Things that I like to look at or analyze whenever I'm advising a client on purchasing a home inside of an HOA. Most new communities right now that you can buy into are a part of an HOA. And love them or hate them, they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere, and they're a part of the home buying experience. And so I've had several instances where I've had clients that move into a home that's managed by an HOA and they absolutely hate it. And they've hired me to sell their home and help them buy a new home because they hate it so much. Here's the thing, not all HOAs are created equally. And although it can be frustrating, some HOAs genuinely do improve the overall value of your house and your neighborhood. And so it's making sure that your values match the HOA's values. A couple of things that you can do right out of the gate is number one, read your HOA docs. It is required to purchase a home in an HOA that you have to be given the docs and you have to be given 7 days to review them. So, how many of my clients actually read the HOA docs? Not a lot, honestly. A lot of people get them. It's this 40-page document and it's boring and it's got a lot of whereas and therefores and things of that nature that make it very difficult to read. But that's probably number one is just read through them. I know it's hard, but just take an hour and read through the entire document because there's going to be questions that come up that you have on how the processes and procedures go within the HOA. Number two, which is obvious, I think people do this anyways, is just drive the neighborhood. Do you see sheds in the backyard? Do you see RVs in the backyard? Do you see walls that have different colored bricks, right? And if you see that stuff, then you kind of know like, okay, even though there's an HOA, these people are doing this stuff. And if you want a shed or you want an RV or you want a taller wall, those are the things that are going to be important to you, right? If you drive through the neighborhood, you don't see any of that. And you're like, man, I really want an RV. I really want a shed. And this wall is too short. Probably not the best HOA for you to find yourself in because if you don't see any of that in the neighborhood, chances are the HOA is very rigid and they won't allow it. The third thing is to ask your neighbors. Sometimes people, and this isn't for everybody, if you're very introverted, you're probably not going to just randomly go up to a neighbor that's checking their mail and talk to them, especially at a house you don't live in. But it's really important. Ask them, how do you like the neighborhood? How do you like the HOA? Most people aren't involved in the HOA. So, if you have 100 members in an HOA, you might get 5 or 10% of the people that actually participate, right? And they kind of make all the decisions for the entire HOA. And then the very last thing would be attend an HOA meeting. Most of the time, you're going to be in escrow between 30 and 60 days. Chances are that they're going to have an HOA meeting or at least HOA meeting minutes available for you to review within that time period. So ask those questions, figure out what you want to do. I mean, at the end of the day, each person is going to live in their home differently. And so if you want a shed, you want an RV, maybe you want to park a trailer in your driveway, you want to raise the wall, those are all things that you should look at. You maybe want to have an addition. I don't know what you want to do with your home. So some of it depends on what you want. But review the HOA docs, drive the neighborhood, see if there's other things that you want to do that you see, or the opposite. If you're like, man, I hate it when people raise the walls. I hate RVs. I hate sheds. And you drive through the neighborhood and you see all of that, maybe not the best HOA for you to be in. Ask the neighbors and attend HOA meetings or at least review the HOA meeting minutes to see if it's something that you want to be involved with. Hey everyone, Michael here with Absolute Real Estate. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, like and subscribe below. And if you want more information on real estate and real estate investing, check out the links below and I'll see you on the next video.